I'm hungry.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Limbo Grub 2025 Lay's Do Us a Flavor Contest Special! Welcome back, boys and girls! A regular staple to this program, the Lay's Do Us a Flavor Special! 3 finalists have submitted their flavors, all awaiting your approval. And to the victor goes a million bones! Cast your ballot! Which of these creative lucky 3 do you want to do you a flavor?
Hey guys! How's everything been going for the last 8 months or so? Have you had fun? Have good things been happening for all of you? That's good to hear. As your good buddy, I really hope so. As for me, you may be wondering where I have been for the last half a year. The last thing that I posted was a Christmas special in November. Well, to those of you who haven't been following my Facebook updates, This is the reason I've been gone, and will continue to be gone. This tiny 3x5 square is the sole reason why all my progress has been stymied. To those of you who don't know what this thing is, and I'm sure that's bound to be a lot of you because most of the world has moved on to the cloud at this point, I can never figure out how to use that thing. This is what you call an external hard drive. Because I've had so many computers bite the dust, and for projects that I was heavily in the middle of being held at ransom from me, this is what I solely use to save my data on, to pull from, and to use as actual hard drives. I currently operate with 3 separate computers, and you'll find that they're all largely empty. All my info is stored on drives just like these. And I do it because these drives are supposed to be reliable! And you know what? I don't even blame so much the good people at Western Digital, because you're dealing with the hardest luck case on the planet. You've seen my luck in action, you know how it goes. Hell, I'm surprised that this didn't happen sooner. So, what's stuck on this drive, you might ask? Probably a good 20 hours of YouTube projects, including a final hour-long Hitting the Checkpoint series finale, the next 10 or so episodes of Limbo Grub, one of which is blossoming out of control. I have no idea how long that's going to be by the end. And an upcoming Limbo Grub movie, which is close to an hour all by itself. So, you probably know the nuts and bolts of this. In fact, this will mark the 3rd time that this has happened on this channel. You might remember at the end of my cartoon Limbo Christmas special, A Wish for Wings That Work, that was the last time that this happened. If I may take you back.
For it all to end. Not like this. I need a miracle. I need a miracle. I need a miracle. I need a miracle.
Yeah, pretty dire, right? Now, I understand a lot of people who subscribe to the channel and do not follow me on Facebook had no idea what that was all about. Well, it's the same basic thing happening. Because I had literally years of work ripped out from under me, work that I in no way was ever going to start back from square one because I had it perfect the way that I wanted it and I'd never be able to replicate it again. You realize that the whole channel is now in danger of ending. It's all in the hands of the tech crew now to see if this project keeps rolling along or if it hits an abrupt end. Thankfully, one of the things that I have snug and safe on a different drive is my YouTube finale, which I actually filmed back in 2017. if you see it suddenly pop up on the channel, you will know that I've done all I can do, and I had to end it quick. Trust me, as a storyteller, it drives me absolutely berserk. It would make me feel like the last 20 years of my life were all for nothing. But what the hell am I gonna do, right? The man upstairs loves to watch me squirm. So, you might be wondering, why am I making the exception now? Why have I come out of this dark period to be broadcasting to you right now? Well, because the thing happened that will always bring me out of retirement. Believe it or not, we got us a brand new Lay's Do Us a Flavor contest! I feel like it's been like 10 years since we've seen one of these. So you bet your Biddy Bob guy had to do something for the channel while this was still fresh in people's minds. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Limbo Grub 2025 Lay's Do Us a Flavor Contest Special! And this special deserves a chill kind of soundtrack. What better than that of the game that I discovered in my Hitting the Checkpoint finale? Open your ears to the dulcet sounds of Mr. Nuts! And while I think these flavors are more on the blasé side than of years past, still they are 3 new flavors that no one thought of until now, so they deserve a look-see from yours truly, and I'll let you know not only which ones are worth your time and taste buds, but which one I believe should emerge as the victor. So without further ado, we're gonna start out with this one, because I'm afraid I honestly don't even know what this one is.
Araceli Huerta from San Jose, California presents to you Lay's Valentina and Lime Potato Chips. Back as a child, Araceli's mother created this snack, dashing regular Lay's potato chips with Puya Chili Valentina hot sauce and generous squirts of lime. Now, the whole world can enjoy this childhood memory that's sure to be just like Mama used to make.
Valentina and lime. Well, I know what lime is. And if you'll recall, those wavy lime and sea salt potato chips from the Turn Up the Flavor contest came very, very close to winning the whole thing, so that fills me with a little bit of confidence. But what the hell is Valentina? From the looks of the bag, it looks like some kind of Tabasco sauce. And Tabasco and lime together? Might be a little bit too much for the tongue to take. Sometimes I can't help but listen to my brain when it comes to flavor. I mean, a few times it has led me astray, but I can say that I'm very adept at putting flavors together in my head. I can essentially taste things without tasting them. And when I put the taste of salsa and lime together, I have a feeling that it's going to be a bit of disconnect. Don't get me wrong, I love me some street tacos and they combine lime with salsa, but this is seriously not so much a salsa as it is a hot sauce. So I have a feeling that these chips are going to just taste like a strong barbecue flavor with a little bit of a lime sting to it. To me, that's not a winning idea. Well, thankfully, if these flavors were put together by us plebeian consumers, they've kept them anonymous this time. I guess the people last time, people saw their faces and maybe they took a drubbing on the internet. Maybe got bullied, I don't know. Let's take a sniff and see what it's all about. Whew. Yeah, it smells like the inside of a Taco Bell. Oh, yeah, I could sit here and smell this all day. It smells just like the fire sauce from Taco Bell. My favorite sauce, by the way. So, with newfound confidence, I take my first bite. What I said before is true. It tastes just like a very strong barbecue chip. But there's enough of a difference, more of a Tabasco than a barbecue, that makes it stand out on its own. To me, they didn't even need to specify the lime in the ingredients. I mean, when you concentrate on it, you do taste it. But only when you concentrate on it, and most people are not going to do that when eating a snack. They're just going to shove it in their gullets, and to be honest, that's the preferred way to enjoy a snack. Just not concentrate it and just enjoy the experience in the moment. The lime actually melds with its surrounding ingredients perfectly, and they all become one. I mean, not everybody's gonna like it. These Tabasco-type products, they are an acquired taste. I like to think that barbecue chips, I mean, I really don't like them, but they are accessible to the public at large. They are just the right amount of spice. I like hot food, so this doesn't bother me so much, but it might bother you. But that being said, we're dealing with a specific kind of grading system here. Because these are delicious. These are probably a good 4-star level chip, but these are absolutely brand new flavors that are just coming into public conscious. You better be special. You better stand out amongst the crowd. And this, I just don't think it does enough to stand out. So for that, I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. You might not think that I'm being fair, but I am being as fair can be. I mean, think of past contests. Think of the winners of past contests, like the Indian tikka masala or the brick oven pizza. I mean, what did those flavors do that was so special that they deserved to run away with the contest? It's because they were setting off things in your tongue that have never been set off before. They were unique. They were experiences. And I gotta say with this, to anybody out there watching, your tongue has tasted things similar to this before, so it's not gonna knock your socks off, and to be quite frank with you all, it's gonna build up such heat in your body, you're gonna wanna air out your feet. So, that's enough of this one. So we'll move on to the next one down the assembly line, and we're gonna go with this one. And to those people who follow the show, another chicken-flavored chip, we've got a lot to talk about.
Don't count your chickens before they're hatched, DJ. Nelia Lynn from Chesterfield, Virginia puts her flavor where her mouth is, and here we look at Lay's wavy Korean-style fried chicken, a snack that promises to be a little bit spicy and a little bit sweet, and a great bit of flavor straight out of South Korea.
I realize this is not a good thing to say about one's own work, but I want to tell you good folks out there because your time is so valuable to me. If you go back into my old Limbo Grub catalog and you see a review on chicken-flavored potato chips, and trust me, there have been like 5 or 6, you have my permission to skip that episode. Because you're not going to be learning anything new from it. The only thing you need to take away is this. Chicken and potato chips do not mix. And they will never ever mix, despite the fact that people keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. I mean, maybe there was one in there that you might want to check out. Something about Pringles and a jerk chicken flavor, but honestly, can't really remember a whole lot about that episode, and I can't really remember why. But needless to say, despite the fact that they were all failures, despite the fact that this is like the 3rd one that they've done in one of these contests, they are shoveling out the shit pile and serving it to us yet again like it's something new. Here we are looking at Korean-style fried chicken-flavored potato chips. Now, I've said it before, until someone masters the science of making a normal fried chicken-flavored potato chip without any fancies, then do not try these more complex flavors of chicken-flavored potato chips. Say you want to make a sweet and sour chicken-flavored potato chip someday, which, now that I've said that out loud, I'm sure they're rushing to do that. What you're going to end up with is a potato chip with the taste of sweet and sour sauce. The chicken is not going to transfer, because they don't know how to do it. Quite frankly, if they did pull it off, a part of me thinks that it would taste pretty disgusting, wouldn't it? Because a fried chicken taste is supposed to be accompanied by a fried chicken texture. Biting into fried chicken is like eating a Twix when you really think about it. It has to have both that crunchy outer shell and that soft inside. You try to transfer that into a crispy potato chip taste, it's gonna taste like so many other fake meat things that I've had on this channel. What instantly comes to mind is that tofurkey, or those tofu pups. Archie McPhee once took a stab at meat-flavored candy. I think with the exception of steak, artificial meat flavors typically don't work out so well. I'll simplify this as such. A Korean-style fried chicken-flavored potato chip might taste like what is described, but take the chicken out of it, because you're not going to taste it. Once again, my brain is working and I'm predicting the taste before I taste it, and this time, I don't think it's going to lead me wrong. And on top of having a mind for flavor, I also have a dependable sniffer. And that is not chicken. In fact, when it comes to the smell, what you're going to taste is a faint Korean spice, and on top of that, vomit! 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 So hopefully this one tastes a little bit better going in than out.
Stop trying! Stop trying!
You know, I've said this so often in other reviews, I'm sick of saying it, but I have in my head the taste of Korean barbecue chicken. I know what it tastes like. You give me one of these potato chips, a million, a billion, a trillion, a quadrillion, a gillion, and whatever the hell number comes after that, you give me that many guesses to try to guess the flavor, I will never ever get it. To me, it just tastes like a fine, really light Korean barbecue potato chip. And it's light because when people are trying to simulate chicken taste, that's what they equate it to. They just take a barbecue chip and lighten the flavor, And that's supposed to be chicken? How? What saves this potato chip a little bit is the ridges. Because without them, the taste wouldn't jump out at you at all. It would just be a very dull, muted kind of taste. But because you have those little grooves in there where, like, all that shit that they sprinkle on top of the chip, it gets caught in there. You have these little concentrated areas of flavor that pop. That at least is enjoyable. But that's the most I can say about this. I cannot possibly endorse this chip. I mean, the only thing that I can hope is that me and other people on the internet right now reviewing this chip are all saying the same thing, and that message is eventually going to make their way to Frito-Lay. They're going to hear it, and maybe, just maybe, they'll get it in their thick heads to stop trying, because this chip is a major bust, and it's only going to get 1.5 stars. I'm not saying the public doesn't want it. In fact, if you were to do it the right way and impress me, I would really love that. But if we can't do it by the year 2025, and we've been trying since, like, the 80s, maybe you should just get into your thick skulls that it can't be done? I mean, just maybe? Just consider that possibility. Maybe it's not a good idea, and maybe you just stop going to that well. Let the cobwebs just layer themselves over the well opening and never ever throw anything down there, never pitch any freaking water from that well, let it dry up! One more down the assembly line, and now we have the finale. The big bag ahead of us.
Created by Paula George from Sepulveda, Oklahoma.
Hey, I bet my every on the pulpa!
It's Lay's Bacon Grilled Cheese, the taste of everyone's favorite simplistic melty treat, but with the twist of a deliciously bacony bite, and all consolidated into a simple snackable chip. What will they think of next?
Well, next up on the old menu in the Lay's Do Us a Flavor contest is Lay's Bacon Grilled Cheese Sandwich Flavored Potato Chips. Why does it always seem like we end on a junk cheese flavored potato chip? Oh, hi, Squinkies! How nice of you to grace us with your presence. I'm sure a lot of viewers out there missed seeing your cute little face. So what's up? You got something to add? Well, you know, because my hard drive bit the dust, these episodes aren't in normal Limbo Grub continuity, hence inserts. Not exactly. No, Swinkies, you're simply not getting it. Yes, these episodes are going off the overarching storyline, but they still play by its rules. I wouldn't say so much that I'm on a branching, splintered storyline, as much as I am now on one that's running parallel with the old one. In fact, it's so close to it, it's practically scraping up against it. No, this universe, everything is still all status quo. I still totally plan on doing the Yucker Yum revival. I am still whittling away at my health bar by wearing one Hawaiian shirt after the next. And the hard truth is, Squinkies, if you'll kindly look in back of you, you will clearly see he's still back there. You know, at the time I do this episode, it's very possible that the winner of this contest has already been named. And for that I say la-di-da. I happen to think that the public gets it wrong all the time. Need I bring up the Cheez-It contest where everybody voted for that taco flavor was actually the cheeseburger flavor that was the bomb diggity? No, to me the real winner of the Lay's Do Us a Flavor contest is the one that earns the patented Limbo Grub stamp of approval. And unfortunately for us, that means that this year's contest is gonna be really boring. These chips are the final ones that I'll be reviewing for you here today. And I can guarantee that these are not going to win. I can say without mincing words, the Valentina and lime potato chips are already your winner. Cue the confetti. Because what this is trying to pull off is too much. foresee what this is gonna taste like. It's just gonna taste like junk cheese flavored potato chips. In fact, these maybe are the same exact chips as those beer cheese flavored potato chips I had way back like 4 years ago in the Lay's Turn Up the Flavor contest. When I think of a grilled cheese sandwich, there's so much more to it than just the taste of its cheese. In fact, if you ask me, the taste of the cheese kind of takes a little bit of a back seat to that oily, greasy, buttered up, burny taste of the bread. And what's a potato chip gonna do to replicate that flavor? They're gonna leave them in the oven too long? Nah, I guarantee they're not even gonna try. What they did instead was overcomplicated. They added bacon! So now it's not even gonna taste close to a grilled cheese sandwich. It's just gonna taste like a trail mix mouthful of nothing. Are bacon grilled cheese sandwiches common? Comment section down below if you want to school me on this, but I thought the whole basic point of a grilled cheese sandwich is it's something tasty that you can whip up in a matter of seconds. Well, now you're adding bacon to it? How do you even do that? Do you just cook everything all together, or do you operate with 2 separate frying pans? One for the bacon and one for the bread? I would imagine if you cooked everything all together and you put bacon on top of the bread, the juices would all get saturated into the bread and the thing would just fall apart. To me, when it comes to grilled cheese, the simpler the better. And when you start adding ingredients to a grilled cheese sandwich, it's no longer a grilled cheese sandwich! Unless this somehow activates nodes within my taste buds to open up like new tastes that I've never ever experienced before, this thing has no hope in hell of winning. This smells like regular, basic, run-of-the-mill potato chips. Alrighty. And you will see that they got that little bit of an orange twinge to them, which would denote a Cheeto-y kind of flavor. Well, bottoms up. Oh, fudge! I hate being right. I think the move here to replicate the taste of a sandwich was to just lighten the taste of the bacon and the cheese. People who made this are probably saying, well, bread really doesn't have much of a taste of anything at all, so if we just have an overwhelming taste of nothing within this chip, just overlaying on top of the other flavors, then that simulates it. It didn't work. What they did to this was a deadly 1-2 punch. You don't do this with flavor. They intentionally nullified the taste of the cheese and the bacon. They put them all the way in the background so they're very, very light. But and that's fine if you're just dealing with one taste. I mean, you can get away with that every once in a while, but there's 2 tastes in here, don't forget. There's cheese, and they put bacon in it for some reason. Those 2 tastes are like overlapping on each other, so you have this faint taste of something in the background. You barely can identify it. And what we're left with is a potato chip that has no identity and leaves no sort of impression. And I feel like a skipping record in this instance because I say this on every Lay's Do Us a Flavor contest that usually the idea is rock solid, and I feel bad for the person who came up with the idea because Lay's did not get the balance right or they didn't replicate the flavors to the best of their ability. Well, in this case, the guy or girl who came up with this idea, it was their own dumb boneheaded fault because this is not a good idea for a flavor. There's just too much involved here. You can't put bacon and bread and melted cheese, all of that into a potato chip and still have it taste like a potato chip in the background. That's way too much to handle. Classic example. Remember they tried to make gyro flavored potato chips? That was a bad idea from Jump Street because what is a gyro? It has so much stuff inside a gyro. You can't even close a gyro because there's just so much stuff piled up high. No, a couple years later they came up with a tzatziki flavor potato chip, and that almost won that year because it was a simplified flavor. It had that delicious gyro taste, but it didn't have all that other stuff in there mucking it up, overcomplicating it. I think the same rules apply to sandwich flavored potato chips as do chicken flavored potato chips such as the one that we had before this. You need to start at the base level and perfect that before you head to the upper echelon. If you're in 1st grade and you can't handle 1st grade English, you're not gonna be like, well, that didn't work for me, maybe I'll try 6th grade. No, you're not going to be able to handle up here if you were such a dunce down there. And the simple truth is, I would rather these potato chips taste disgusting than leave no sort of impression whatsoever. So the star rating on this one, perhaps the grandest offense that a food item can levy, 1 star. So you know what that means, right? That's right. Lay's Valentina and lime flavored potato chips win the special. As a matter of fact, you know who actually won the freaking contest? The bacon grilled cheese! What the hell is wrong with you? That's right, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you watching this right now. What the hell is wrong with all of you? I have never been so underwhelmed by something in my whole life. What is it, huh? I need to know. Comment sections down below. I need to know. Forget what I asked before. I need to know this more than anything. What is it? Is it because we got our faces in our phones all the time that we want to keep our stimuli here? We don't want to stimuli from any other direction, but inside here? Do we not experience highs or lows anymore? Do we not want to use these taste buds within our mouths? Do we just want to stick with what's comfortable? The only thing that I can think of is that taste has gone out of style, and you need the ultimate snack to embrace nothingness with. Here you go, eat these all day and all night long. Almost like ODing on pop. I am so unfulfilled. If I were the person who made those Valentina and lime flavored potato chips, I'm with you, buddy. I'm guessing you're more like me. You're probably older, and we are of a dying breed. We don't have a place in this world anymore. It's probably why these videos don't get the views that they used to. I mean, I'd say go out and try all three yourself. Actually, don't try the chicken flavored one because that's just a waste of time and money, but try these two yourself. Maybe you can parse out your own opinion. Maybe I'm completely wrong on this. Maybe I'm not tasting the delicious tastes that are in here somehow. Maybe there's something wrong with my taste buds and I'm just firing blanks. I don't know, maybe I'm ill. And that could be a possibility. Maybe I have COVID-19 or something and I'm not tasting to my full faculties. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any opinions towards that and where I go from here. I'm scared to say, actually, that as I was filming this, I got a delivery at my front door, and in the time that it took me to film this episode, I sent that drive out, and here it is, been FedExed to me. It's in this package right now, and I was told specifically that they were only able to recover 96% of my data. And I was a little concerned about that. Didn't know if I wanted to go through with it. Didn't want to know if I should press forward. And they sent me an itemized list of everything that was saved and everything that had gone bad. A lot of stuff that had gone bad were in those folders, those crucial folders that I was in the middle of using. So there still is a chance that we're not out of the woods here yet, folks. And I'm scared to say, I mean, this isn't even like, this is like both in and out of storyline right here. You are hearing true life nervousness as I look at this package right here. This is 2 years worth of work within this package, and it was all in the hands of the folks at Western Digital. Did they do the right thing? Did they not? Did they abort their mission before they were able to salvage everything? Did they do everything they could do? I don't know what to say. All I know is that the frustration and nervousness that you're hearing in my voice right now are quite real. Yeah, I guess there's nothing left to do but to pop this sucker open and review the tape and see if everything that I worked on is still there. Now, I'm not a religious man, nor am I the kind of YouTuber that's going to heave all his viewers for money to help pay for his home expenses. But what I do ask for all you viewers out there to do for me is to cross your fingers and send me well wishes, because that is something I totally believe in. This is your good buddy Djclyve saying until next time, hopefully there is a next time, see you in Limbo.